Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today we are gonna go over some things like the Milwaukee Bucks extending Jon Horst. And also, was the 2021 MLB season a successful season for the Milwaukee Brewers? We'll go over that as well. But before we get into the content, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'm here with Dylan as always, and let's get into this video. Okay, so we start off today with good news. Good news to begin. The Milwaukee Bucks and Jon Horst agreed to a long-term extension after, obviously, the Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA Finals. Which, I mean, yeah, he deserves it. Horst deserves it. This is a good move. Now we got a competent GM in the front office for long term, and I like that. No details. I don't think there's any details. Did you hear any details of how long was like a 3 or 4 year extension?
No, I didn't see anything, honestly. It just said long term or multi year or whatever. So I'm going to guess 5 years, maybe. I don't know.
I'm guessing maybe 2 to 3 or 4 years. It's either between 2 or 4, maybe 5. That'd be good. But yeah,
I honestly don't know. I could see it being 4 to 5, though.
That too, yeah. But yeah,
anyway, that's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, Horst has done a good job. He did a really good job, obviously. That's why he's getting the extension, and that's why we like the extension. Getting out of Eric Bledsoe's contract and getting Drew Holiday. Also trading away George Hill in that deal, and then getting George Hill back a year later.
I think the mention about that, well, not the trade, but I don't think people give enough credit to Jon Horst for what he's done. He legit came to a crap show of a screwed up cap space and no assets or anything to trade, and look what he's done.
Yeah, we had
before he showed up, we had John Hammond, and oh god. Outside of Middleton and Giannis, pretty much, it was a disaster.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hammond started it with drafting Giannis and trading for Middleton, who was actually just like a throw-in player in that deal. He wasn't even the main piece at the time. But then, yeah, Greg Monroe's contract was awful. Matthew Dellavedova, gross. John Henson. Let's give Miles Plumlee $50 million and then trade him not even a year into the deal. Perfect.
Yeah,
brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, our whole cap space was screwed up, and we had no assets either. And Jon Horst found a way to get rid of all those contracts, and
he probably
still build a championship level team.
Was Jabari a free agent? Was that the year that Horst had his first off season, or was Hammond still in charge? I think
Jabari left after 2018.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was Jon Horst.
Okay, if Hammond was involved, Hammond would have given him a 5-year $130. We're building around you, an injury prone forward who can't play defense. Oh God, he probably would have given him a mammoth of an extension.
He probably would have given Brogdon a max contract as well. Oh, you have a 50, 40, 90 season? Oh, you're going to get a max contract now.
Yeah. And he probably wouldn't have even signed Brook Lopez. Oh, Greg Monroe's the future.
Yeah, he would have getting rid of. See, I can get guys back to him from trades.
Give Miles Plumlee $50 million and trade him basically a couple months into his first year. Brilliant.
Thank God we don't have Hammond anymore.
He's Orlando's problem for years now.
Yeah, when he dropped out, I was so happy.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah. Horst extended. Yeah. That was painful years, but I'm glad we got the team that we have now. Now,
It was well worth it.
yeah, now for this other team, the future, we're gonna learn a lot about our team this off season. It's either gonna be we're happy to just be in the playoffs and see what happens, and then it's either gonna be happy to be there, or it's gonna be we actually want to go for this thing. Like we're gonna spend money, we're gonna trade for players, we're gonna try to go for this thing, or it's gonna be we're just gonna be happy to be here.
Be contenders or whatever.
Yeah. Hell, in 2016, if it was just happy to be here, we would have been like, okay, yeah, for sure. But we're a couple of years. We made it 4 years in a row, and we should have made it to the World Series in one of those 4 years. Could have been 2018. We honestly could have done it this year too. Like we should have at least been at one World Series by now. But ever since 2018, we have been taking step back after step back after step back. NLCS, one game away from the World Series, down to the wild card game. You choke away the division. Can't even beat the fucking Rockies that year. And then you lose in the wild card game. And then obviously 2020 was a weird year. You shouldn't even been in the playoffs to begin with. You're lucky that it got expanded.
Yeah.
And then 2021 this year, we have probably the best rotation in baseball, and we ruin it with no offense. So I guess like what we're trying to say is this year was not successful at all. Sure, winning the division is cool, but I feel like everything just went downhill after Devin Williams was an idiot. After Devin Williams punched a wall, I feel like we were doomed. It's like, okay, now what? Because now, I bet if Devin Williams was available, Ashby would not have gone as long as he did in Game 4. Good Lord. I was watching the game with my dad, and he was like, why is he, hello, counsel, are you going to take him out, please? This pitcher's useless. Hello? I'm like, well, he's not useless, but like, yeah, take him out. And yeah. So what are your overall thoughts on the year? I mean, yeah, it's just frustrating.
I mean, it's definitely not successful. I think we can admit that. We definitely had higher goals in mind. But, I mean, there were positives still, of course. I mean, we got to witness our first ever no-hitter with the Brewers. I mean, that was fun to see, of course. Won the division. I mean, there's positives, and we got some guys back next year. Still got a great rotation, but we definitely had higher goals, and we definitely need to go out and find some guys now with the bats, because what we have isn't cutting it.
Yeah. So next week we're gonna come out with a video of our top free agent priorities, or just also going over our current free agents, like Eduardo Escobar, Avisail Garcia, and see, should we sign these guys back, or should we let them go? Or who should we bring in to replace these guys? Because maybe they get maybe both of them get paid somewhere else. Who knows? We're going to talk about that next time, though. But yeah, like, obviously, like you said, the no-hitter is a good positive to move on to next year. Winning the
Yeah,
division is
that
nice.
was the first one we had since 1987, so it was cool to witness that. But unfortunately, it didn't matter really because we didn't do anything in the playoffs.
Yeah. So remember when we were that like even hell that whole Cardinals series before or after I think after that Daniel Vogelback walk-off grand slam, we just went into a slump, really. And then we beat the Mets, we sweep them, win the division. Okay, cool. On to the Dodgers. Wait, no, Cardinals and then Dodgers. Get swept by the Cardinals. Wait, no, we lose 2 of 3. Never mind. Get swept by the Dodgers. Okay, cool. I think that's what hurt us. Like, at the time I was thinking, okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, right? Apparently not. We went into the postseason with no momentum at all, and I think that might have hurt us a lot. We went in there with no momentum, and we got lucky game 1, and then we just got our asses kicked.
Yeah, our team on cruise control, it seemed, the last few weeks.
It's frustrating because I really want the Brewers to do what the Bucks did, and I want to experience a World Series. We haven't since 1982, and I bet the people back then were like, "Whoa, whoa, what are we doing here, guys? We're actually here."
Yeah, probably. And then, of course, they didn't even win that year.
And also, I want to win it for fucking Bob Uecker, dude. He's not getting any younger. He's getting older. He's on his 51st season. He could, I mean, I don't want to say it, but he could go at any time. Like, I'm worried that he could go, he could pass before we make it to a World Series. And that's what I'm scared of. That's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of us not winning or even going to one before Bob Uecker is gone. And I hope Uecker can stay with us for a while, but you never know at his age. I mean, I'm not being mean. It's the reality, How long until he retires, if he even retires?
Yeah, for all I know, maybe he continues his whole life until he's dead. Who knows? But I want to win one for him. I'm glad the Bucks were able to do that for Jim Paschke at least.
And that was when he announced his retirement.
And that was his final year too.
I would have loved to hear him calling Game 6. I was about to say Game 7, but it didn't go to Game 7.
I would have loved to hear what his call would have been. That would have been iconic.
Yeah. I'm just worried for Uke. I just don't know. But
yeah, but season, while it was fun, wasn't successful, but I know David Stern said some comments today in his exit interview or whatever of the season. About some possibilities maybe going forward.
He was gonna go over the coaching staff within the next 7 to 10 days. Also, Keston Hira at the outfield could be a possibility. It's like we've ruined the guy already. After 2019, how can we ruin him even more? Okay, I have a brilliant idea. Outfield. Because I think there's one game I remember him in the outfield. I don't remember what game it was, but I think he was in the outfield for like one game that I remember of. I don't remember against who again, but I just remember he was out there. I don't remember what year. I don't remember who we were facing, what the score was, if we were losing, winning. I just think I remember him being in the outfield one time. I don't know anymore. Him in the outfield, it's like the dude can't hit. It's not his positioning. His
Yeah.
Like if it's not like moving him to first base to outfield is like all of a sudden gonna make him look like a frick is all of a sudden gonna make him hit like Mike Trout, which we need right now. We need a Mike Trout on our team that can carry the offense.
We had that, but he decided to, well, I don't know.
He decided to look at strike three. Cause
Well, speaking of that, I was one of the questions. I'm looking at it. Lots of questions about Christian Yelich. The Brewers don't have clear answers. Stern said, but they like a lot of the underlying data and believe this can be fixed. He adds, the fate of the Milwaukee Brewers is not in Christian Yelich's shoulders. I kind of gotta disagree with that. Look what money he's making. We need him to be at least an all-star caliber player.
Exactly. We gave him that contract. We gave him that contract.
We're done.
We gave him.
How the hell are we gonna pay anyone then?
And I'm worried.
Like 25% of salary going to Yelich.
I'm worried that this salary down the future, if we can't get rid of him or like whatever, is going to impact Corbin Burns' extension in the future. Well, we kind of talked about. Well, we didn't talk about it in the podcast, but we talked about it on the road when we went to NLDS game too. Woody's gonna be 32 when he's a free agent. Right. Yeah, Woody's gonna be 32 years old as a free agent, so he could be expendable when he becomes a free agent, which would save us some money. But like, this Yelich deal will affect the Corbin Burns extension because he's gonna want a lot of money. He should. He deserves it. He should be the Cy Young, but MLB hates Milwaukee, so it's probably going to go to Max Scherzer, because why not? Yeah, I don't know. Will this Yelich contract affect other extensions? Like, who knows?
I disagree with Stearns there. This Yelich is... We're paying him that kind of money to be the MVP type guy that we saw the last few years. So, yeah, it kind of does fall on him. If he doesn't perform, this lineup is nowhere near as good, and you're stuck with him. You need him to perform. That's what we paid him for.
And just to say right now I'm 21 years old. Yelich's contract is over in 2031, I think. 2020, I don't fucking remember. But anyways, besides the point. After his 7-year deal's over, he's still going to get deferred payments until 2042, no matter what happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm 21 years old. We won't be done paying Yelich until I am 42 years old. 42.
Yeah, I'll be 41 by then.
Good Lord. Like,
because I'm 20 now, and yeah, I'll be 41 by then.
You also got to realize that after a big contract is over, there's still deferred payment. So they still get paid when they're retired. Yelich is going to be 50 years old when he's done getting paid by us. 50. So we're still going to be paying either, I think it's like 4 or 4.2 million or something like that for like...
Yeah, it's not that bad, but still.
That's 4.2 million that can go to another free agent.
Yep.
So it's frustrating. No one's gonna take on this contract. Like people have been saying, "No,
He
trade
has a
Yelich, get rid of him."
He has a no trade clause in his contract too. So yeah.
That too. One, the contract is awful. It's terrible. And two, yeah, he's got a full no trade clause. No one is taking on that contract. Ugh. So for the
That
people
and
that continue,
you need his permission as well.
and for the people that continue to say get rid of Yelich, trade Yelich, he's got a full no trade clause. Stop. Just stop. He's not going anywhere. He's the unless he requests a trade, and actually accepts his no trade clause there or waives it, there's no way.
Yeah, if he's a Brewer for the next decade, man, we need him to get back on level.
And the crazy part is that, like, when Yelich got traded to Milwaukee, Ryan Braun's contract, we were continuously wondering, or we were continuously like, okay, when is this contract over? So we could free up some money here. And now we got the same situation again.
Yeah, at least Braun actually was well worth it. He actually, even towards his final few years, was still a good player.
Well, yeah. I'm just giving an example, though. He was... Yeah. But I think... Yeah, I agree with that. But... I think we're done here. Like I said earlier, next week we'll do a full video of our free agents, who to keep, who we should let go, and then also our wish list for free agency. Who should we bring in? Who should we let, or who should we trade for? Maybe even trade for. You never know. We make trades sometimes.
Yeah, I can see the Brewers moving a guy or two that maybe some people aren't thinking but are expendable potentially. Or just looking to get rid of their salary.
Yeah, you never know. We can make another move. We can do other things and sign free agents. We've done it in the past, but yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Got a lot to think about this off season. We got a lot of work to do, but
yeah,
we'll
this
get in.
offseason I think it's gonna show if where the Brewers are at.
Yeah,
if they truly want to win the World Series, you got to prove it this offseason.
Yeah, it's either
if you don't, then you're just showing me you're just happy enough being the good enough team to bring people in and then hope everything goes good. That's not like the old Bucks were before the new owners took over.
Yeah, like we said, it's either we're happy to be here and we're gonna just make small, minor changes to the roster, or it's okay, we actually are gonna spend some money. We need to invest into our core. We need to get some bats, and boom, we can maybe make it to the World Series. But we've rambled on about that for a while now. So, peace.